Okay, just had the last meeting of the day. It was a really long day for me today. It ended a little bit later than it usually does on a Friday, but it's Friday and I'm so happy. I'm feeling really burnt out right now. Work is extremely intense. We just finished wrapping up the past year and we're already planning for this next year. So that means that there have been a tremendous amount of meetings, very intense meetings. So I'm just really tired and burnt out. I'm also in the midst of writing performance reviews and delivering them, so that always takes a lot of energy out of me. You know, they're extremely important and they're very valuable. But it takes a lot of energy to write a thoughtful performance review and to deliver it so that the end result is that the team member that you're delivering it to, they receive the feedback, but that they also feel uplifted and valued. So, you know, it takes a lot of energy, and it's happening across all departments at work. So you kind of feel that energy in the building, and sometimes it's positive and sometimes it's not. So I'm a very sensitive person, so I feel and sometimes I absorb that energy, or energy in general, even though I try my best not to. It's very hard for me. But nonetheless, I'm really excited because I'm going on vacation next week, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But I'm going on vacation, but that means that I'm going to have to do a lot of preparation in advance of me going on vacation. So that means I'm going to have to bust out with a dreaded list. Sometimes a list is mandatory, right? I just don't want to get caught up packing and doing things at the last minute, because that's just going to stress me out more. So my goal is to try to kind of meter it out across several days so that I'm not stuck on the day before doing everything that I need to do. And I also want to really kind of soften the blow of my work week next week. Even though it's a short week, it's really going to be jam-packed. So, you know, I really want to eliminate as much stress out of that I can. So I'm going to put together a list and figure out all the things that I need to do, but I'm so looking forward to it. And so we are going to Chicago. I love Chicago. I love that town. And we are going to, my husband wanted to go see a baseball game between the Dodgers and the Cubs at Wrigley Field. So we thought, let's go. I also wanted to go back to the Chicago Art Institute, which I think is a wonderful museum. It's one of my favorite museums, and it's a beautiful space. So I want to go back to do that. And of course, we're going to have some fantastic dinners, and also wanted to take some architecture tours. Not the one that runs on the river, because I've done that and it's fine, but I really want to take one with a guide where you're touring different buildings. So I thought we would do that. Yeah, I am so ready. But what I thought is I would take you along with me this weekend and, you know, show you how I prepare, how I'm going to prepare to go on this trip, and take you with me through this weekend and part of next week before I actually leave on my trip. So I think I'm going to turn off my computer, I'm gonna wash my face, get all this makeup and this gunk off my face, make myself a nice warm beverage, and just relax and maybe do a little reading, or just, I don't know, but I'm going to relax. So let's get this weekend started. It's Saturday evening and I am getting ready for my trip, like I said that I would. I had a really wonderful day with my husband. We went to go see Dune. Highly recommend, such a good movie. We went to a matinee and it was pretty crowded. Really good plot twist. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. Well directed, well acted, good writing. So it was a lot of fun. And then we went out for a really nice lunch and just kind of spent the day together, which was nice. You know, and I just feel so relaxed. And so I came home and I thought, you know what, let me get this list together of the things that I need to do. And, you know, last night after I logged off from my work day, I was feeling really overwhelmed. Like, I don't know, maybe you get this way too, where like you think you have so much to do. And then when you write it down, you realize they're big things, but it's not like you can't get them done. That's how I was feeling, and now that I write them down, it's not so bad. I mean, honestly, so I wrote down the things that I must do. So number one is that I need to buy a suitcase. I have been gambling with my suitcase. I've owned this suitcase for a little over 10 years, and the zipper is gonna bust. Like any trip now, it's gonna bust. And I'm surprised that it made it my last trip. They made me check my bag, and I was totally expecting that when it came down the turnstile that it was gonna have, like it was gonna be taped with like that yellow airport tape, but it wasn't. I'm going to pre-pack my sundries. I have a special set of sundries that I take my travel sizes when I go on vacation. So I'm gonna get that together, because inevitably I'm packing at the last minute and then I forget the most important thing that I need. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm also gonna gather all the cables that I'm going to need for this trip, because every single trip I took last year, I didn't bring the cable that I needed, or I packed the wrong one. I was like, what was I thinking? Why would I pack that? And then I had to end up going to this store called Five Below. Cool store, really inexpensive stuff. But the fact that I know my way around this store is not a good thing, right? It's like I've been there too many times. So I just need to get my act together. So I'm gonna get all my cable needs together, and then I'm gonna make a list of all the gear that I'm gonna need for the trip, because I wanna vlog it while I'm there. So I'm gonna get all that together, because if I forget something that I need to vlog, Five Below is not gonna have what I need. And I definitely don't wanna spend a lot of money. So I'm gonna get that together. And then I need to water my plants on Monday. Yeah, if I water them on Monday, they'll be fine until I get back. And then there's a couple of things I need to do in the garden. I need to spray some copper fungicide on my fruit trees, and I need to spray my plants with pest control, some neem oil. For whatever reason, I have a lot of aphids in the garden this year. I've never seen so many, so I need to get those guys under control. And then a big goal is to try to fertilize my plants, which that's lofty. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to that, but I'm gonna try. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I need to put all my clothes away. My husband did all my laundry for me, and he folded it for me as well, which he always does. He's the best. But like, what is wrong with me? It's still sitting on top of the dryer, so I need to put all that stuff away. It's kind of embarrassing. And that's it. That's it. So it was really good to do this list, because it really helped calm me down and kind of like compartmentalize the things that I needed to get done, and to realize that it's not a crazy amount of things that I need to do. So that made me feel really, really good. And then I'm working on a video that that I'm going to be releasing the next couple of days, so I need to get some editing done tonight. But first, let's go get a suitcase. I just wanted to check in. It's Sunday, and I am so tired, but I had a wonderful weekend. I really did. I spent a lot of time with my husband, which always makes me happy. On Saturday we went to go see Dune, which was really good, and then we had a really nice lunch. And then on Sunday we took a trip up to Sonoma, which is probably about 45-50 minutes from where we live, and went to go have lunch, and it was just wonderful. Just a great weekend. But I'm so tired. I put together the list I said I was going to do, and honestly it was a little conflicting for me, because I've been working really hard not to be busy or to create busyness for myself. I really, if you saw my vlog about me saying to stop be productive, I really took that to heart. And so honestly, having to put together this list for my trip was a little triggering, right? Because it's conflicting, it's contrary to what I've been working on. But sometimes a list is necessary, and the funny thing about it is that the list actually helped calm me down, because when I was thinking of all the things that I had to do, when I finally wrote them down, I realized that they're really simple things. It's not like, weed the garden, or it's not like reorganize it was none of that. They were just really simple things, but in my mind, I created this whole idea of what they were, and they weren't. So that was a really positive thing that came out of writing the list out, and I got a lot of those things knocked out really easily. I also got the tasks in my garden done that I had to get done. I sprayed my fruit trees with a fungicide so that they don't get leaf curl, like my peach trees and my apricot trees and my pear tree. So I took care of that, and I haven't been able to do it because it's been raining here like for a long time, and you need to have a dry spell so that it actually, stays on the plant or on the tree. So I did all that. I planted the plant I needed to get planted. I put together the list of all the cables I'm going to need so that I don't have to go to Five Below and buy another cable. I put together the list of all the gear that I'm going to need because I'm going to be vlogging this trip as well. I did that. I got my makeup that I'm going to take and my sundries together. And all that I have left to do is to pack, but really first I wanted to put together the outfits that I want to wear, and then I wanted to iron some of those things so that I don't have to do that while I'm, on vacation. So I have those things to do. And then I originally thought that I wouldn't have to do any food prep, but honestly, I did because I'm going to be really stressed out this week. I want to make sure that I have good, healthy food available. So I grilled my chicken, I chopped up a bunch of veggies and got those ready. I made a big pot of lentil soup so we can have that over the course of the next few nights, and I don't have to cook, which is nice. And I love lentil soup. It's so good. It's so delicious. So made that, got that all done, and I'm pooped. Oh, I wanted to tell you that I did get a suitcase. I got a really good one. It's not like a stylish one, it's practical. Sometimes I can be very, very practical when it comes to these matters. So I got one, and I'm going to show you. Let's see. Okay. It is right here, and it's a Samsonite. I think it's their Pro Series. And it's normally about $275, and I got it for $99. It's really sturdy, and it's got the good zippers and the zipper hangers that are not gonna rip off. But why I really like this and what I've been wanting is it's got this computer compartment here, this is what I really wanted, so that when I'm traveling for business or pleasure, I can put my computer here and I don't have to put it on my my tote or my backpack or whatever I'm bringing. I can stow it away in here and I have easy access to it. But I'm really excited about this. I'm really happy. So I took care of that. I got that. So I don't have very much left to do. Like I said, I'm going to have a really crazy week, and I'm not looking forward to that. But I think it's really because I'm burnt out. I really am, and I just need this vacation. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my PJs, I'm going to wash my face, and I'm reading a really, really good book. It's one of those page turners, and it's one of those books where you want to get into your PJs and you want to get into bed because you want to read it. That's what that is. So I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, and I'm just going to relax. I am pooped. I look tired too. So anyhow, I'll check in with you tomorrow and let you know my progress. But countdown begins. I have 3 more days until I am on vacation, and I'm so excited. I just can't wait. So I'll check in with you tomorrow. It's Monday, and I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good about everything that I've done so far. And I mean, I'm feeling still a little overwhelmed, but I'm I don't know, I can't even explain it. I felt like I was gonna be more stressed out than I actually am. And maybe that's just me being neurotic for sure. But I woke up this morning and I didn't work out yet. I'm gonna work out when I'm done for the day. I just was really tired and I wanted to sleep. But it was really great that I did my food prep because I woke up this morning and I had a really good breakfast. I had my lunch ready, which was a really great lunch. And now I'm getting ready for a pretty big meeting. But you know, I'm feeling pretty good. So later on this evening, I'm going to start packing and try to get that out of the way and put some clothes away, did some more laundry and a few odds, and actually put my gear together and put that in a bag so that I'm ready to go. But yeah, feeling pretty good. So let me knock this meeting out and I'll come back on at dinner time. Let's water these plants. It's Monday and the day's almost over. I survived it and got through my first big meeting, which I have it every week, but when I'm stressed out, it really tends to stress me out because it's a lot of work and it's like a big company sales meeting and I feel like I'm always slamming into the week, but it was fine, totally fine. But the thing that was really cool was that I food prepped and it really made a big difference in my day. I was able to reach for every single meal and stay on plan, have really good food. I mean, I'm really so glad that I did that. And now I feel like I'm coming to that moment where it's all downhill, you know what I mean? That's how I'm feeling. I didn't have to go into the office today, which I thought I would have to. I'll have to go in tomorrow, and tomorrow is my busiest day. But Wednesday, I can stay and work from home, which is going to really save me a lot of time and allow me to do the final prep before my trip, and just be relaxed. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm feeling so good that I'm actually going to start packing tonight and get my gear ready. Just so that I don't have to do it at the last day. It'll just make me feel even better. But yeah, I'm feeling really positive and really excited for my trip. So let's get to packing. So I'm in the office now. It is about, I don't know, it's early. It's about 8:30 in the morning and I'm about to hit the ground running and I am ready. Feeling ready to conquer the day. Feeling really good. I'm glad I worked out. This makes such a big difference. But okay, let's get this day conquered. I'm gonna pack, but unfortunately I looked at the weather and 15 days ago it was gonna be fairly starting to be warm, but it's gonna be really cold. I'm in California and our weather just turned, so it's been in the high 60s and 70s, and in Chicago I think the high is gonna be 52, which for me is gonna be cold because I'm now, we've gotten warmed up here. So that means that I'm gonna have to pack sweaters and jackets, which, in my fantasy life, I'd be wearing my spring cute clothes, but I'm gonna have to pack sweaters. The good thing about it is that I thought I was gonna have to iron a bunch of stuff, so I don't have to do that. So that's really nice. So I'm just gonna pack sweaters. But it just means also that my suitcase is going to be heavier than I wanted it to be. I'm kind of bummed about that, but first world problems. So let's get to packing. Here's my packed suitcase. And so basically, I always pack a plastic bag. I don't know, it's just a habit. But I've got a belt, a pair of pajamas, my comfy slippers here. I've got 2 sweaters. I've got a pair of tennis shoes here, and then I've got bunch of underwear here. I didn't really like these shoe compartments. They were like a little tight. You can't really get your shoes in there. I don't know what kind of shoes would go in there. I got a purse that I normally carry my camera in when I'm out and about, and I packed a pair of jeans, but I think I'm gonna get rid of these and put in, well, no, I shouldn't do that. But basically I've got these turtlenecks here, can't really see them, but I packed 2 of those. They're like cowl neck turtlenecks. And then I've got a pair of these Madewell jeans. I like these jeans because they have, what do they call them? Like patch pockets. Yeah, so I've got those. I'm gonna bring spring. I'm bringing spring to Chicago. So I've got that. That's all that I really need. So I just wanted to end this video here and just let you know that success. I have prepared myself well for my trip, and I just wanted to share a couple of things that I think really made a difference for me. The first thing that made a difference was making the list. So you know that I've been working really hard to not be productive or to keep myself busy or create busyness for myself. So when I realized that I had to put a list together, it was a little triggering because it was against everything that I've been trying to work on. However, that list really helped ground me and help me realize that, you know, everything that I had, that there wasn't as much to do as I had sort of in my mind had made up. So it was really good that I did the list. The other thing that I did was some visualization exercises, which back in my younger days when I used to do triathlons and different sporting events, I learned this from a sports psychologist who had taught me in a class the power of visualization. That works for almost anything really, but it's a really good tip that I still use to this day. So what I did was I also then looked at my calendar and visualized every single day, went through my week, my day, and by hour, every meeting, and what I thought was going to happen, what I needed to do, everything, as well as how I saw myself preparing for the day, how I wanted to end my day. It just really is calming, you know, it's like you kind of place yourself in the situation. So I did that, which was really, really helpful. And then the third thing that really worked for me was my food prep. So all of those things really helped me get through this pretty intense week. Even though I had projected way more intensity than actually really happened, I'm not going to take away from the fact that it was a pretty intense work week. There was a lot, and there is a lot going on at work, but now it's time for me to take a nice break and enjoy myself. So I'm just going to finish some odds and ends, and then I'm going to make some tea, put on my PJs, wash my face, go to bed, and get ready for my trip because I have to get up pretty early tomorrow. But it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. So that's all for this vlog, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Chicago.